Wichita, and thank you all for joining us for the Thursday Mayor's Briefing. With me today is our interpreter, Patty. First and foremost, just yesterday, City Manager Bob Layton, Director of IT Mike Maida, and other staff sat down and shared a robust conversation regarding the cyber incident that impacted the City of Wichita systems in May and part of June of this year. To recap, no ransom was paid, and we expect insurance to cover most costs associated with recovery and continuity of operations, and the city to be responsible for the cost of the deductible for that insurance, which is $250,000. Hackers access police records through third-party software. This could include up to 77,000 cases and could include incident reports, arrest reports, supplemental reports, property reports, accident reports, and traffic citations. It's important to note that we're not an outlier. According to Cybersecurity Ventures, a cyber attack occurred every 39 seconds in 2023. That's 2,200 cases a day. While much has been learned from the cyber incident, it's impossible to promise that something like this won't happen again. The city can assure residents that the city is tightening accesses to systems and hardening business processes to make every effort to avoid similar events occurring moving forward. We want to thank the public for the flexibility during the tough times of that cyber incident. I also want to thank our IT department and frontline staff for their hard work in finding ways to continue services to the public during the cyber incident. Again, the department that was affected was the Wichita Police Department. Next, as you know, I've asked Eric Litweiler with the Mental Health America of South Central Kansas to return each week and give us some mental health tips. We would like to invite up Eric.
Thank you, Mayor. Over the last several months, much has been made in Wichita of the topic of homelessness, and with good reason. Those in our community who do not have regular access to safe and stable housing are disproportionate users of the social safety net, which is funded by all of our tax dollars. They use tobacco at a rate 6 times higher than the general population, resulting in a roughly 10 to 15 year shorter lifespan, and they live with mental illness 3 times more than other Wichitans. So the focus on this topic is well deserved and well placed, but sadly it is still badly misunderstood. To many, the issue of homelessness appears to be a housing issue. However, if that were true, the unoccupied apartments in our city alone would address the homelessness issue with room to spare. The truth is, the nature of homelessness in Wichita is a broad-based issue that requires a comprehensive approach that includes transportation, mental health supports, substance use, poverty and employment, youth development, and much more. Putting someone experiencing homelessness into 4 walls and a roof and expecting the problem to go away is a fallacy. There are issues that cause that person to be without a home, and those problems do not go away simply because you put them into a tiny home, a shelter, an apartment, or on your couch. As the largest nonprofit housing provider in the state of Kansas for those living with mental illness, we at MHA have seen it firsthand. Lacking the proper supports, a person who has been experiencing chronic homelessness will lock up their meager possessions in whatever shelter you give them and go right back out on the street. And sadly, those who have not taken the time to fully understand the issue will use that behavior as justification for claiming that, quote, they like living on the street. No one likes being homeless. They do it because they know how it works. They know how to get money, they know where to go to get food, it's where their friends are, it's inexpensive. They know how it works. To successfully assist our fellow Wichitans who are experiencing homelessness, a holistic response is needed, both by the nonprofit community and by caring individuals. Case management, family stabilization, supported employment, tobacco cessation, outpatient therapy, school-based programs for youth, and yes, housing as well. We need the Wichita community to understand the full scope of homelessness and not have the misguided impression that either A, it's an intentional choice, or B, that it can be fixed by building inexpensive housing and arbitrarily putting people into that housing. I believe that many people care, but that those same people struggle to see the entire picture. To those, I would say, reach out to your favorite mental health organization and ask them to come speak to your community, your church, your civic and fraternal organizations. There is no bad time to raise the level of education surrounding the mental health topics that exist in this city, and we are here to help. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric, and we really appreciate the mental health tips that you will be providing each week, which started last week. So thank you again for the opportunity to help our community with these helpful tips. Speaking of some assistance, we do have someone that was supposed to be here, but I think we'll move on for the time being. Oh, sorry. September marks National Preparedness Month, and here to tell us more about how to keep you and your family safe and be prepared for emergencies and resources is the Red Cross of America, which offers help in preparing families here in our community. Logan Wright, the Regional Communications Coordinator with the Red Cross, is here to share more.
Thank you very much, Mayor. My name is Logan, and I'm here with the Red Cross today. And I want you to think back to spring. Do you remember when that big black spot showed up on the radar over Wichita? And people canceled their plans and went home from work, and events were preemptively canceled. What did you do? Did you have a plan before you woke up and saw that on the forecast? That's far away in our memory now. It's September, but September is National Preparedness Month. And here in our region, this is a perfect time between tornado season and our winter weather to prepare and think about what we need to do in emergency situations. This year, experts forecasted hyperactive wildfires and hurricanes, which are coming true. We've had responders from Kansas actually deploy to Hurricane Francine just recently. People in your communities are being affected, even if you're not. It's not just storms either. So far in 2024, 2.7 million more acres of land have been burned by wildfires compared to all of 2023. We have an extensive prairie burning program here in the state, so fire safety is very important for us as well. 2024 is on track to be the hottest year on record, according to experts. Even as we come into fall, we're not immune to heat-related events, and that response is something you should be conscious of. Altogether, the United States has experienced 19 climate disasters, each with losses over $1 billion in 2024. This is more than double the average of the last 40 years. While we can't prevent emergencies, we can prepare for them. So let's talk about what you can do. Think about your community. Who are you responsible for? Do you have children or take care of elderly family members? When they are in a response to an emergency, do you have extra food, diapers? Do you know how to pack a CPAP machine? Consider the medicinal and growing urgent needs of the people who are in your family and in your community. What are your neighbors' names? Be sure that you know where to get this information, the easiest being social media as well. you can follow the Red Cross and your local emergency response teams and communications offices. If you wonder, well, what am I at risk for? The Red Cross actually has a really cool hazard map, as cool as a hazard map can be. Some of us are weather nerds. If you go to redcross.org/hazard map, you can see exactly what's been happening in your area and things you might need to prepare for specifically. Get ready for disasters by making a plan to stay safe, gathering important supplies, and knowing how you'll stay connected. Critical supplies like food, water, and medicine are a given. Put them in a go kit and a stay-at-home kit. A go kit, if you have to evacuate, should last about 3 days. A stay-at-home kit should be about 2 weeks. Think of all of the things you couldn't do without, and don't forget your shoes. In an emergency, you might not consider that you have to move quickly through debris. We see this all the time. And you can learn more tips from people who experience disasters and respond to disasters at the Red Cross Open House on October 3rd from 11:30 to 12:30 at 707 North Main. You know the Red Cross for our disaster response and for our blood, but have you been able to tour the blood donation facility? It's really cool. We would really welcome you to come and see. We also have service to armed forces and other things you might not know that the Red Cross does. If you want to get involved, there will be volunteer coordinators there. If you want to just come and see exactly what it's about, you're very welcome. Please RSVP to us on Facebook, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you very much for those helpful tips, Logan. Appreciate the American Red Cross when it comes to our family's safety. Another thing you can do for not only your family or families across our region is doing your part to help us save water. Here to tell us more about the drought conditions and the next steps in our drought response is Megan Lovely with the City Communications. Megan?
Thank you, Mayor. So after officially moving Wichita into stage 2 drought in August, we've continued to see a decline of levels at Cheney Reservoir. We now sit at less than 59% full overall and less than 67% of the 12-month average of the conservation pool. Stage 3 of the drought response plan would be discussed should water levels within Cheney's conservation pool reach a 12-month average of below 50%. In stage 3 of the drought response plan, all outdoor watering for non-exempt customers is prohibited. This would include lawn and non-vegetable garden watering, private pool use, and more. All customers are continued to find ways to conserve water, especially indoors. To date, 302 warning letters have been issued to water customers who've been reported to have been watering outside of their allotted outdoor watering day. Tuesdays typically see the biggest spike in water usage across the community. After seeing an initial drastic decline the first several weeks of stage 2 drought restrictions, our community water use is starting to inch just a little bit back up. Before stage 2 restrictions, weekly highest water use was around 74 million gallons of water a day. The first week of restrictions, our highest water use was just over 55. Last week, the highest water use was 64 million gallons of water a day. So during the last 2 months, efforts on conservation were prioritized over issuing fines. Going forward, staff plans to do increase enforcement, including issuance of fines if warranted, while still continuing our educational efforts. And again, more tips and watering information on our drought is found at savewichitawater.com. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Megan. And again, SaveWichitaWater.com has more information regarding our drought response and ways to save water. Again, Cheney has now reached historic lows, and it's important we keep conserving water even though fall and winter months are ahead. Again, as a reminder, please find ways that you can save water and learn more about the drought at SaveWichitaWater.com. While we're here in September, and it is an exciting time as we're closing out summer and beginning fall, we have a lot of exciting things coming up in October. The Ice Center has some great activities coming up, including Skate Fest and the U.S. Figure Skating Championships in January of 2025. The event would not be possible without the hard work of Visit Wichita that attracts so many wonderful events and attractions to our city. I'd like to invite Visit Wichita President Susie Santo to tell us more about the work being done about these events and other community events.
Thank you so much, Mayor, for inviting Visit Wichita to come today and chat with you all. You may remember back in April, we gathered at Interest Bank Arena to make the exciting announcement that the 2025 Prevagen U.S. Figure Skating Championships were coming to Wichita for the very first time. Not only the very first time for Wichita, but the very first time in Kansas. This event highlights the nation's best figure skaters. Wichitans will have the opportunity, and those visitors that travel to come on in, to see these incredible athletes perform here in January 2025. And this really is a preview of what we're all going to watch in 2026 at the Olympics in Milan. So you may be wondering, why are we standing here today at the ice rink chatting about this January event? Today's an exciting day. Today's the day we've been waiting for about 4 months. Today at 10 o'clock, the tickets just went on sale to buy a single session ticket to come to this event. I've been asked over the last several months, are they expensive? Can my family afford them? Tickets start at $15. This does exclude taxes and fees, but they start at $15. This is very affordable to get out and see. You know, since I've been in Wichita for about the last decade, we've never had an event come that we're watching the future Olympians just a year before they get to compete. So we are excited to make that announcement. You can find out more information at visitwichita.com about the sessions to find out, are you wanting to come out and support the women, the men, maybe the pairs, the dance, but they will all be here at Interest Bank Arena. So, very, very exciting. We're also here today, though, as we've been getting the buzz and the word out in the community. As the mayor mentioned, there is a skate fest right here at the ice rink. And again, this is to get people excited about this amazing event coming to Wichita in January. Again, more information at visitwichita.com or head to Interest Bank Arena and you can purchase those tickets. And with that, I'm thrilled to pass the mic to my colleague, Jamel Holoparik, PR Director, to tell you more about Skate Fest.
Thank you, Susie. I'd love to talk about it because this is going to be so fun for our community. But first off, you got to get your tickets. Because don't you remember being a little girl or a little boy, I do anyway, and watching the U.S. figure skating on TV and just thinking, oh my gosh, they're amazing. And now they're going to be in Wichita for the first time, and you can buy tickets, like Susie said, for $15 at the lowest, and then take your family and you get to see it live. And then picture this, then you get to see those athletes in the Olympics. So that's so exciting for our community. And so what we've been doing is we really want to make this a partnership with everyone who lives in Wichita and in Kansas and come together and celebrate this and make this a really fun opportunity for everyone. So that's where Skate Fest, Credit Union of America Skate Fest comes in. This is October 5th, and it's going to be here at the Wichita Ice Center. And we are working with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, so those littles will get a chance, and some of them for the first time in their lives, to learn how to skate. So it's a great match-up partnership. So the bigs and the littles will come here to the Ice Center and learn how to skate. And this is a great partnership with the Wichita Ice Center. We want to thank Credit Union of America, Visit Wichita, U.S. Figure Skating, and so many more. And we just want to say thank you for making this happen. But this is how it's going to work, okay? Just so you know. You just need to register, sign up, and we're going to open it to the public. So if you're a dad and you're looking for something fun to do with your daughter, or maybe you're older and you want to do something with your friends, you can sign up as well. All you have to do is register. You can go to visitwichita.com or the Wichita Ice Center, their website, sign up, register, you'll come. And this is what's so fantastic, 2022 Olympian, Caitlin Wyack, I have to look at her last name to make sure I say it right. She's fantastic. I've been watching her video. She's actually going to be here and skate with the kids and with the adults who want to learn how to skate. So you'll learn how to skate, then there'll be a free skate, but it's really just going to be a great time to get people excited about this event. Again, visit Wichita U.S. Figure Skating, Wichita Ice Center, Big Brothers Big Sisters, Credit Union of America. Thank you so much for putting this together. October the 5th, so go ahead and jump on those websites, register now. You can come out for an hour, 3 hours. We're gonna have concessions. It's gonna be a fantastic time. One other thing that I would like to address, a lot of people in the community, because this is such a big event, and we're gonna have a lot of national exposure, a lot of people want to take this opportunity, businesses, for branding, for national branding if you want, or just to get involved. So if maybe you're interested, your business, and you're thinking, hey, I do want to get involved in this, I want to take this opportunity to maybe become a sponsor or some of our fan activations, something like the Skate Fest, like Credit Union of America is doing. Contact me at visitwichita.com. We'll make it happen for you, but we really want to get everybody excited because this is fun. This is not something that happens every day. Like Susie said, first time in Wichita, first time in Kansas to host this kind of event. So we got to make Wichita look good on that national spotlight. So thank you for having me, Mayor, so I could address that. But we are super excited about this, and we want to get everyone involved.
Thank you very much, Jamel. Again, that is an event happening October 5th right here at the Ice Center, and we encourage you all to please sign up as this is a community-wide event and excited about having events being hosted right here in our core. I also want to commend Sean O'Reilly and his team at the Ice Center for continuing to upgrade the Ice Center and helping to host more and more of these community-wide events and attractions and making this facility a great gathering space for all. Even if you're not a skater, the U.S. Figure Skating Championships and Skate Fest are a great opportunity to see world-class athletes and past and future Olympians in action. So again, mark your calendars for October 5th as well as the January 2025 events. And now I wanted to share a couple of good news pieces that are happening in our community and something we're going to start calling what's happening this weekend. Starting on Friday, the Drone Fest will begin at Exploration Place with the kickoff of the new amphitheater. And so this is an opportunity for community members to not just see the drone show lighting up the downtown skies, but also an opportunity to see the new amphitheater, a great gathering place at Exploration Place. Then on Saturday, there are a couple of events happening around town, including Latin Fest. Latin Fest will be held at Old Town Square from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. right by the Old Town Theater area. And we encourage all community members to come out to this free event that celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month. In addition, there's also a Beer Fest event this weekend that Vice Mayor Ballard mentioned to us, and we're excited about all the things that are happening across our community. Last but not least, since we are right across the street from the baseball stadium, I just want to encourage you all to mark your calendars for October 13th, Sunday, which is the Prairie Fire full marathon, as well as half marathon, and the kickoff of the Mayor's 5K, a friendly event to encourage people to move around our community, walk, jog, or run. You can find more information at Prairie Fire's website. And again, we're excited for October 13th because it will be the last iteration of our Open Streets ICT 2024 until next year's Open Streets ICT. So again, mark your calendars for Sunday, October 13th. With that, we are grateful to all of our guest speakers who shared events and helpful tips for our community, and we will now open it up for any questions. I see them.
Maybe I missed it. Was there plans to extend the drought restrictions past the 2 months? I think she mentioned that, did you?
Yes.
Okay.
As of this point, the drought 2 restrictions are extended until we see those levels at Cheney start to go back up.
Okay, so that's months and months. Okay.
Maybe we'll get a ton of water and we'll be out this time next month.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megan.
I see no further questions, so thank you all and enjoy your weekend and see you next week.